It is time to be equalized for what could be the final time. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to the Sanctuary.
Damn it, I got no kids again.
The Equalizer 3 came out over Labor Day weekend, and I finally got around to seeing it. Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors of all time, so I missed Denzel, and I missed seeing his performance. And he did such a great job in the past two Equalizer movies. And even in this one, it was just like a no brainer. Like, he's so perfect for this. Though this time, for Denzel's character, Robert McCall, he kind of looks at himself as an old dog that doesn't really have any new tricks. So maybe it's time to put the rest of the equalizing to bed. This movie marked a really big reunion as well between Denzel Washington and Dakota Fanning, as it has been, I think, over 20 years since they were last in a movie, which was Man on Fire. And not only did I like Dakota Fanning's character, Collins, but when you look at the interactions between her and Denzel Washington, it's like the chemistry from Man on Fire never left. And if anything, it got stronger. And you could see that they really enjoyed sharing the screen together for the very first time in almost 20 years. The third film takes place in Italy, which kind of took me out of it sometimes because at times I didn't feel like I was watching an Equalizer movie. It kind of felt like I was watching an international movie. But let's take a step back real quick to the note where I said it didn't really feel like an Equalizer movie. Because it does, but at the same time, it's different. All three installments, yes, are the same movie within the same franchise, just a little different each time. Yes, Robert McCall kills people. He does bad things to bad people. And he tries to do good for the good people. Same movie, different people, different places. The way I see it, it's like making cupcakes. The recipe could be the same, but you could do a different flavor, or you can do a different spread on top. Like the icing is instead cream cheese instead of just regular icing. Gosh, I really analyzed that one, didn't I? But you understand what I mean, right? It's the same item, it's just different in little ways. Then again, a lot of movies are starting to get like this whole formulaic type way of filmmaking. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it works, but other times it just feels redundant. Action and the killing scenes are great as always. Robert McCall continues to be resourceful, continues to be ruthless, and continues to equalize everybody. That made him sound like a homicidal maniac. Another gripe that I have is the villain of this film. It kind of felt lackluster compared to the other two films, where the second one was one of his buddies that he served with. And then the guy that Pushkin sent from the first one was smart. He was tactical. He knew just how much of a tactical genius that Robert was. This guy just has a lot of money. He's like, I'm gonna kill you in front of all these people. And then Robert's just there like,
Okay.
Another thing that I want to kind of leave the floor open for is there were some parts that felt a little out of character for Robert. And maybe that goes into what I was saying earlier about the old dog realizing he doesn't have new tricks. So he's learning other things that could make him a better person, a better human being versus this killing monster. Maybe he can try and find faith or find someone to love again or just find a different purpose in life. One big theme tackled in this film is you're always where you're supposed to be. And I think that's another thing that kind of takes this out of character approach for Robert is that he realizes this is maybe where he's supposed to be, where he's always supposed to have been. Everything he's done in his life has led up to being here in Italy. The ending was very satisfying. It was a full circle ending to all of the franchise, especially leaving things that were open-ended in the second one, closing them off in this one. I'll put it this way. When the movie ended, I felt content that if this was the end, I'm okay with it. Though I'll be the first to admit, it would have been nice if we were able to see Alina again from the first movie, just to see how she's doing. The last issue I had was the score of the film, and I know for these kind of movies that's not really important, but the theme that was played in the first Equalizer to me feels so iconic to the character, and it wasn't even in it this time. It was like this weird guitar string, and I was like put off by it at times. So, Hollywood, now that I have you for a couple seconds, that's enough on the Equalizer movies. Okay? You completed your goal. You did what you had to do. Okay? As much as I love and I miss seeing Denzel Washington act, that's it. And stop making that dumb show. Sucks. Those are my thoughts on Equalizer 3. The end? Question mark? Hopefully. Let me know if you guys saw it or if you're going to see it. I want to know all your thoughts down below. Any thoughts, comments, questions, anything. If you like this video, please be sure to drop a like. It's always so much appreciated here in the sanctuary. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. And next to that is a notification bell for every week this lover boy pops up in your feed. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.